That's how she talks to Jello loves that. Hey, little girl.
I think it worked. I think
Are we live?
we're actually.
Are we live? I don't see any notification. Oh, you see that?
Yeah.
What'd you do, wizard?
I don't know, but I feel like I might not be able to get it back.
Looks good though.
We can just roll from here and then cut out the unnecessary things for YouTube.
Is that what you want to do?
It's up to you.
Yeah, let's do it.
Dummy, yeah.
We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live on TikTok for the first time. Welcome to the All Even Podcast. My name is Barry Grant Jr. You can catch the show, catch me on TikTok at All Even Media. You can catch me on Instagram at All Even Podcast. You can listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify. I'm all over the place. Go to YouTube as well. Hit that subscribe button. Like, share, and comment. Tell a friend to tell a friend because the page is growing. Silent Assassin, my friend. How are you? How are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yes. You're always busy. You know? I remember being young, being up and about, doing things, going to bed at 5 a.m. Not even going to bed, getting home at 5 a.m., changing your clothes and just going back out. You know?
Yeah.
You got a lot of energy. I respect that. I love it.
Yeah, I don't really go out partying much, but I'm definitely out late hours.
Yes.
But working.
Yes, you're working, burning the midnight oil. Salutes to you. You know, you are the MVP of this operation. I tell people all the time. You know, I'm the talent, but I can't do anything else. Can't do anything else. Can't. We have some stuff to discuss. There's a lot to unpack here. There's a tragedy with the Dallas Cowboys. There's Jets news. There's NBA stuff I'd like to get to. We got relevant news of the week. And then the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Yeah.
If I can be able to find one. I don't know if I have one this week. No dummies really presented themselves. But you might have one. So if you got one, then I'll be able to just play off of that. But before we get into anything, right? We are in the month of November. On the 26th of November, I think a lot of millions of people around the world are waiting for Stranger Things, Season 5. And I have gone down a rabbit hole. Silence, as I have. Like, I am not one of those people to, doom scroll. But anything that has to do with Stranger Things and theories, and because I'm all in it. Mm-hmm. I'm watching it all.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that this person might be his sister. He might be. It's nuts. Because all of it sounds plausible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of crazy theories out there.
Yeah.
I'm definitely deep diving with them as well. I just started rewatching season 1, so I can definitely see some connections that people have made.
Yeah.
Especially with Vecna being involved so early on into the show.
Right.
And, having the Wheelers be more involved than we originally had thought. So I'm really excited for the new season. Allegedly, it's going to be very, very emotional. And Finn Wolfhard, who plays Mike, had said it's not going to be a Game of Thrones type of ending. So he's like, this is going to be like a good, solid send-off to the show. And it's definitely going to be emotional, to let go of a show we've been watching for the past 10 years almost, watching these kids grow up. But it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I ain't going to lie. I'm going to make sure that I have something around me that's going to disguise the tears. Like, is there dust in this room or what? We need to vacuum, right? I make sure that something's going on because you ain't gonna catch me slipping. Not gonna happen. And all I'm saying is that if you're gonna take away some of our beloved characters, I do have some requests. Okay, Take Will. Just take him with you. Take him. You take Steve. Take John. Take them all. leave 11 alone. Leave Hopper. Leave Mike. Lucas, I'm on the fence about. Uh, Joyce, you can keep because I like Joyce. Nancy, you back up too. So I'm good with like splitting it down the middle. That's what I'm trying to say. If you want to take 5, take 5. But you can't take them all. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, no, looking forward to it because, like you said, it's 10 years of being with these characters. When you rewatch it and see how small they were, they're just like little kids, man. And you grow up with them, and now they're grown ass people, still trying to play kids, right? Which is like, it's funny, but it's it'll be a good culmination in a culmination to one of the best TV shows or series that we've ever produced. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be sad, but we can always rewatch it and live the memories. Moving on to some sad news, because obviously this is a big A block story. Marshawn Kneeland, defensive end for the Dallas Cowboys, 24 years old. Tragically lost his life, took his life. I don't know what the rules are for TikTok, but unalived himself. And just really, really heartbreaking. I mean, you think about, I think he had a touchdown on Monday night. And to have that stark contrast to this, it's just like, we were talking off mic and when we were setting up, it's just like, we really have a mental health crisis in this country, Silent Assassin. And I don't know if we'll ever have the legislation, whether it be statewide or, federal wide, whatever it is, that is going to be able to help slow this down or get people the assistance that they need, man. It's like, why do we constantly have to hear these stories? It's just really, really heartbreaking, man, to have somebody that young feel the need to have to unalive himself and think that the world is better off without him here. When the news broke, everybody was just like shocked and what happened. We just saw him on Monday. I'm sure he was at Cowboys practice and all this other stuff. And it's just like the police report, the statement comes out, right? And you're like, what the hell happened? How did it get from there to there? And it's just heartbreaking, man. Just really, really heartbreaking. And my heart goes out to the families, man. To his girlfriend, everybody that is involved in his life, everybody that was affected, impacted by this. It's just a terrible situation. Dallas Cowboys players, management, ownership, fans, people that were huge fans of his. Just a terrible situation, and it's a time for coming together and really not focusing on football, but just focusing on the life of a young man that was just taken way, way too early. You know what I mean? So, just really tough. Really tough.
Yeah, definitely agree. Like, obviously I'm a woman, but I always advocate for men to kind of talk and open up their feelings. It's not something, you can't say, well, I'm a man.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be able to, I should hold everything in. I should be strong and whatnot, but it's not worth it. Just let everything out. Talk to people. Cry sometimes. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Because it's not worth it to hold all that in and then not be able to take it one day and just let it all go. And
it's true. Yeah. It's definitely true. It's just one of those things where it's just like, you're trained as a kid to, especially like when you're a man, even a black man, to you got to deal with so much. You have to internalize so much. You have to keep it pushing. And we're starting to realize that that particular method is not successful because we all battle certain roadblocks and trials and tribulations in our lives, and you need to communicate. You need to find positive outlets to be able to get that frustration out, to have certain people in your life to be able to turn to and vent to and have that level of support. And there's so many people out there suffering in silence, and hopefully we can be able to turn the corner on this and really get people the help that they need and show them that that you're not alone. You know, there's so many people out there that are suffering, and hopefully we can be able to just bridge the gap at some point and be able to have a lot more consistent medical care, health care, awareness, support groups, hotlines. I know that there's a lot of them out there, but I always feel that it's never enough. And hopefully we can be able to just continue to not have these things happen. So definitely a sad note, sad way to start the show, but it's really important to be able to highlight that a very talented young man is no longer with us, and could have easily been prevented, but you just don't know what people are going through. So really, really tough. Moving on. It's so hard to kind of transition, right? Mm-hmm. But we must. To my Jets. Last week I was upset. I tend to go through these wave of emotions sometimes. I'll see a story, I'll see a collection of stories, I'll see a pattern, and then I'll just snap like that. Just go off. And I had to go off on Woody Johnson. Said that I hate Woody Johnson. I didn't say anything wrong. I do. I think he's the worst owner in sports. I think he's the worst thing to ever happen to the New York Jets. The fact that the guy that owned the team previously was so loved, and to have such a stark contrast to have this man be so hated. I don't know if there's any Jet fan out there that likes Woody Johnson. If you're out there, please tell me that you support Woody Johnson, because I'd love to ridicule you and make you feel small, because there's no way that you can support that type of person. He's an asshole. He's a terrible owner. And he doesn't care because he's a billionaire. And what billionaires actually care about people? Not much.
No.
So again, I'm at that point with the Jets where it's just like, we'll see what happens. But I was pleasantly surprised, because man, did they have an interesting trade deadline. I've been trying to get Ahmad Gardner. I won't call him Sauce, because he hasn't earned that name since year 2 in football. He's no longer Sauce Gardner here. He's Ahmad Gardner. So when Ahmad Gardner was here, and I was just like, you know what? You know who I want to be traded at some point? Ahmad Gardner. Just get him out of the building, right? I just want to get the stink out. Garrett Wilson can go too, for all I care. He's talented, but you need somebody else. And also, too, he got Aaron Rodgers out of the door, and I didn't like that. So he could go, right? So I wanted to just clean house. Breece Hall, you can go. Well, I got some of my wish. Ahmad Sauce Gardner got traded to the Colts. 2 first-round picks. You got a 26 and a 27. And after he got that big extension from the Jets that's going to kick in next year, the way they structured that contract, Silent Assassin, it's perfect. The Colts are on the hook for that money. We ain't on the hook for that money. It's great. It's absolutely great. And everybody's like, oh, why did the Jets do this? And he's one of their best players. He wanted to stay. Even if they wanted to keep Ahmad Gardner, you're getting 2 first-round picks for him. You have to take it. Because at this point, guess what? Newsflash, he's not worth 2 first-round picks. His talent doesn't scream that because he's been a declining asset for quite some time now. But the Colts feel that they're in win now mode. They believe that they can be able to strike while the iron's hot. The AFC is kind of, up for grabs, right? So they feel that they can be able to strike this year and also next year. So what do I need a draft pick for? Hey, cool. Go ahead and go take him. So I see grades out there where they're giving the Colts like a D or a C, F, some people, and they're giving the Jets an A. Yes, you have to give the Jets an A here because you are now giving your team a chance to start fresh. Drafting, you can be able to draft either some position players that are good, some cornerbacks, maybe you can go get some safety. Whatever you need at this point now, you have a treasure trove of riches to be able to pick. Now, picks are good, but I need to see how Mr. Muji is going to be able to kind of man the ship and man this draft. Is he going to be able to pick the right players to be able to be on this team going forward? Are you a good scouter? Do you have an eye for talent? All of the draft picks, so we can have a cabinet full of them shits. But if you are picking bad players, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So I was happy that Ahmad Gardner got traded, right? I'm over here looking at, I'm excited. I'm on my phone. Now I'm going to get that Breece Hall news. Get him out of here, right? Didn't come. Then all of a sudden, Quentin Williams. We trade Quentin Williams to where? Dallas Cowboys. Okay, cool. What do we get? What do we get for him? So we got a 2nd round pick, we got a 1st round pick, and we got bum-ass Mozzie Smith. Great. So I don't necessarily want to trade. I didn't want to trade Quentin Williams because I think Quentin Williams is a great player. He's one of the best defensive tackles in the game. His numbers don't really match that this year because the Jets they're just a bad team this year. But when you talk about a guy that can be able to command double teams, command triple teams, be able to move that offensive line, to create gaps, to create matchups for other people, that's what he does. He is a star. And when you have guys like that, they're cornerstones of your franchise. And I've been hearing rumors that he might not have been happy with the franchise. He probably wanted to go, and him going to the Dallas Cowboys, they're 3-5, they're 3-5-1 at this point. They have a puncher's chance or a little bit less of that to be able to get into the playoffs. We'll see what happens with them, but I think it's just a better situation for him just because that they have a stable quarterback, they have a stable number 1 wide receiver. If they re-sign George Pickens, they have things in place in Dallas that they can be able to turn things around. Maybe not this year, but next year they have a lot to look forward to, and they have him on the contract for a little bit longer, right? So I understand that made sense for the Cowboys to be able to do. So now 2 of our cornerstone pieces are gone, right? Still waiting for Breece Hall. All right, anytime now, right? Now I see these reports. The Jets want a 3rd round pick, and I was like, are you really gonna be a stickler on getting a 3rd round pick? If somebody's offering you a 4, you take it. Because at the end of the day, I think he's a restricted free agent after this year. So it's like, I don't think that they're going to re-sign him. He's 24 years old. He's still young, but I don't know if they're going to re-sign him. I just don't. I don't see that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's to the Chiefs that offered a 4th round pick, and then reports were saying I don't understand why they wouldn't do it because he's not going to be on the. He could be, but he's not guaranteed to be on the team next year. So get what you can for him.
Get what you can.
Yeah.
I'd have took a fifth, and a gym bag for Breece Hall. I'm telling you, he's a good player, but it's like, yo, you need to clean house. I don't care what you get at this point. Get something, because if you believe in your drafting skills, then a 4, a 3, 4, or 5, what difference does it make? What does it make? You can get running back talent deep in the draft. 5th round, 6th round. We've seen guys that have turned into stars in the 7th round of the draft. So it's all about your particular scouting department. It's your war room. If you can be able to figure it out, then what does it matter? What does it matter?
Also, too, how they were able to steal 2 first for Gardner. I feel like, okay, like you're able to be like, okay, we could take a lesser pick.
Right.
For Breece Hall 'cause we got
Exactly.
2 for him.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Makes it worth it.
Yeah, that's my whole thing, because now you have the ability, because you have 2 first-round picks this year, you can be able to use one of those first-round picks and trade back into the draft and get more stuff. So it's advantageous to you to just stockpile as many picks as you possibly can get. Take some running back off the practice squad, let him play. This team is washed this year. We ain't trying to win at all. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me. Now, what was fascinating is that after the deadline, the reporters, they're asking Breece Hall, and they're like, hey, Breece, you saw your post. Did you want to get traded? And man, did he dance around that question like Cinderella. He danced around that question. He didn't want to answer it. And then they were like, well, did you formally ask for a trade? No, I didn't. But did you want to stay? Dance around it. Like, come on, dude. I'm here now. Well, you've been here. Just be honest. You know what I mean? Like, if you're trying to get out of here, we would understand as Jet fans. If you tell me, listen, hey, it's been a rough situation. If the opportunity presents itself for me to be somewhere else, that's the nature of the business. And I'll be like, you know what? I'll take it. Don't lie to me. We know that you want to be up out of here. Your mans is gone. Both your mans is gone. We get it.
Yeah. I feel like also, too, I guess the Jets did have some expectations this year, and then now was it 1-7, 1-8? You have to be miserable on that team. And even for, the past couple of years haven't really worked out in Jets' favor and what they wanted to do. So I'd be like, I want to get off. Especially going to the Chiefs, Chiefs always make it to the playoffs.
Right.
They're going to find their way this year. I would want to, kind of push that to go through. But,
oh, yeah. Could you imagine, there's rumblings and, you hear that the Chiefs are interested. Your agent hits you and say, hey, Breece, Chiefs may want you. Oh, my God. You get so excited, right? You you got your gym bag going and you got that pep in your step. You know what I mean? You just got a text message from one of the girls that you liked. You know what I mean? You ready to roll. And come to find out that you just say, no, we want a 3. Yeah, we don't want your 4. And then you realize, oh, dude, the time's going. It's only a couple of minutes. Is this happening? What's going on? Am I going to Kansas City? Nah, that must feel terrible. It does. So I feel bad for him, but then I don't. Because, hey, you're a Jet, and you need to be miserable like the rest of us, okay? We are miserable watching you. You are miserable playing, and that's just the way it goes. It's a symbiotic relationship on this team, and it's horrible, okay? That's what it is. And listen, I got another message out there for that kid, right? For that kid that was out there, his father broke the news to the kid, hey, Sauce got traded. Start crying, and now you want to, well, I ain't want to root for the Colts. Go ahead then. We don't want you, okay? Because if you don't want to suffer, right, your father already set you up for failure making you a Jets fan. You will never leave. It's like the mafia, okay? We will tell you when it's time to leave, okay? Even me. I left for a little while, but I didn't leave. I was always in. I was always invested. I was always checking on the Jets, like that jaded lover. I was always checking. I had the burner IG account, looking at the page every day. That's what I was doing. Because you're never out, all right? You're never out. And that's the problem about being a Jets fan, is that misery, it's a part of your DNA. Okay, we understand pain. So when the Jets finally do win, oh man, the joy that the fan base is going to have, because we know that even if they do become successful as a fan base, we will never take it for granted. Because it's like, they might be good now, but just like that, they can go right back to being the Jets. So we just ride the wave as long as we possibly can. It's just like when Rex Ryan got here, right? Came in with all this bravado, say we're going to win the Super Bowl. Who talks like this? Who does this? With the Jets? And what happens? Back-to-back AFC Championship games. Never seen it in my life. Never seen it, right? And everybody was like, yo, this team is going to be good for the next 6-7 years. And I looked at every single Jets fan that I knew, and I say, oh, you poor man. You poor thing, you. You are optimistic. No, it's not what happens in Jet fandom. You live in the moment, because you never know when that moment gets snatched from you. So that's all it is that when they do get back there, and I hopefully Aaron Glenn and Muji, and they're the ones to be able to spearhead this thing. Go get me a quarterback, a real quarterback that can be able to figure it out, right? If you can be able to do that, I will appreciate it. But I am not going to be one of those crazy people to think that this is going to be sustained, because you have that bald fuck that owns this team that refuses to get out of the way and just let the people that understand football do what they have to do. We have to constantly see him around with that stupid bald hat on, that white hat that he wears. I just, every time I see Woody Johnson, I get upset. I get angry, because there's like flashes that happens, right? Is that I remember back in 99, Bill Belichick is supposed to be the coach. And then Bill Belichick says, hold on, who's going to own the team? He's buying it? No, I got to get out of here. He knew it. He's seen it before any of us did. That guy's going to own the team? He's an idiot. I will not work for him. You know the pain that you got to deal with to understand one of the greatest coaches of all time were right here, and he said no and faxed in his resignation, grand opening, grand closing. He took the job, and then 12 hours later, he was like, no, I'm all right. Pain. Mark Sanchez butt fumble. Pain. Tim Tebow being here. Pain. Losing to the Steelers in 2009 in the AFC Championship game. Pain. That's all we know is pain. 15 years of not making the playoffs. Pain. We haven't won a Super Bowl since 1969. And here's the fun part about that, Silent Assassin. Not only have we not won a Super Bowl since that time, we haven't been back to the Super Bowl. I've seen the Arizona Cardinals in the Super Bowl. I've seen the Carolina Panthers in the Super Bowl. I've seen so many random ass teams that shouldn't even. The Bengals. Who the hell thought the Bengals would be there? I've seen all of these teams, and I've never seen the Jets in a Super Bowl. I am one of those people who say, I don't even care about them winning. That'd be nice. But I just want to see the Super Bowl patch on the jersey. That's all I want to see. That's all I want to see. I want to see guys in their jerseys at media day, just sitting there in the sun, right? Got the glasses on and high-fiving, having a good time. They about to go to the strip club later. All this stuff, that's what I want to see. I've never seen it. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it looks like for the Jets to have fun and for the fans to be like, man, we're at the last game of the season. And who cares what happens? You know what I mean? Seriously, if the Jets ever make the Super Bowl, that's it for me. I'm good there. Like, you have friends, well, we need to win. No, we don't. No, we don't. Just being there is enough for me. Because it makes me realize or feel like we're actually a viable franchise. We can play in this game. Great. If we win, all right. Getting there, winning the AFC Championship is a Super Bowl for me. You know what I mean? So, good start, good deadline. I'd like to see how they use these draft picks and rebuild this franchise from the ground up. If it's going to be Aaron Glenn, let him have the time to do so. That's all I'm saying. Moving on. Is it time for Kyler Murray to hit the bricks? I was talking to my man today, and shouts to Rob. He was just like, man, maybe time for Kyler Murray to probably call the Oakland A's. He was drafted in the first round. Was it first round 10th pick or something like that? It was pretty high. Mm-hmm. You may want to try baseball at this point, man, because it's over in Arizona. And the thing is, if it's over in Arizona for you, who's taking him to be their franchise quarterback? That's the question. Mm-hmm. If Arizona may be done, we're not saying that they are, but all signs lead to that, because there's been so much that has happened in his tenure here. The immaturity issues, the fact that they had to put in a studying clause in his contract, all of these things that you don't want to see from your quarterback, right? They had to put in. And on top of that, too, he's short. He can't even see over the offensive line. So it's just like, okay, like, you might be able to be good, but those things, all the other red flags, we can't ignore them. Because if you were a better leader, if you were mature, if you had all of these leadership qualities, then we can be able to kind of not negate those things, but they won't be so much of a red flag because you have all of these other intangibles. But for a guy that's making $230 million, he's been banged up since week 4. He's on the injured reserve. We just saw Jacoby Brissett beat the damn Cowboys, right? Brissett has always been a very, very serviceable quarterback. If you're Arizona, maybe you just say to yourself, let's just give it to Brissett and make him be the bridge quarterback until we can figure out and get the guy that we really want. What's the sense of paying a quarterback that you don't necessarily believe in? Because I personally believe that the Cardinals do not believe in him. They just don't.
Yeah, like, we've been talking on the show, like, for a while about him, and dating back, you, like, mentioned the immaturity problems. Like, I feel like I've mentioned it before, too, like, the quarterback on your team is the leader of your team. You can't be, like, you have to be the example for everybody. So if the quarterback is not taking the team serious, why should the rest of the team take the team serious?
Right.
And, so I think I don't know, like, where he can go, but I think it should be, some time to move on. Because the Cardinals do have some talent on the team, and just can't be wasted. Especially like Marvin Harrison Jr. Obviously was a top pick in last year's draft, and he's done well, but I feel like he could be a lot better than how he's performed. So
right.
Maybe that's a change in quarterback and whatnot. So we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Moving on. We are going to go ahead and talk about your guy. Guy that I am not too fond of. Brian Daboll. I'll ask you. You go ahead and spearhead this segment. On a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable or how much would you want the Giants? That's the question. How much would you want the Giants to move on from Brian Daboll on a scale of 1 to 10?
25. I think that he should have been gone last year. If
Yeah.
not last year, then early in the season.
Yeah.
He's just, I feel like he doesn't have composure. He's very dramatic. I feel like he kind of has favorites, and if he's not your favorite, he's not really leading you, just like observation wise. I think he's like a good coordinator, potential, but not a head coach potential. And then even just like with this, you have whatever his name, Shane, whatever how they pronounce his name.
Right. Show him the
Daboll.
door. That's
Yeah.
that's what his name is.
Yeah. Ever since they're reigned together, it's just been horrible.
Yeah.
Kind of from day one. I think the Giants have to move on from him and even the GM. Just kind of start fresh, especially when you have these kind of newer, younger, talented guys. You have potential for, to finally come back and make the playoffs and be a great team again. But yeah, you have to he hasn't done anything outside of that, was it one playoff win?
Yeah.
In recent years. And that was literally, we just talked about it. It was just out of luck. So I know he kind of has a good relationship with Jackson Dart, and that's the guy
It's a
he
creepy
drafted,
relationship.
But I don't know. I feel like Mara family's kind of gotta move on from them. So
Yeah, I think the Maras are pretty done with him. Like, you know what I mean? And the thing is, like, when you look at his record, he's 20-39-1. Like, since that first season, it's just rubbish. There's nothing to look forward to, and you would think that the Giants, they weren't active in at the trade deadline. Dexter Lawrence could have probably been traded. You got Kayvon Thibodeau could have been traded, right? But why? Why didn't they trade these guys? I'll tell you why. They don't trade them because it's a lot more appealing to a head coach and a general manager to have those particular players in place when you do hire somebody else. So when you're interviewing for somebody, somebody else, hey, look what we got here. We got Jackson Dart. We have, crazy man Cam Scannable. We got Thibodeau. We have Dexter Lawrence. We have Malik Neighbors. We have all of these pieces here that there is a core of players that we can be able to build around. So it's a lot more appealing and enticing to somebody who's looking for this job to be able to take that job because you have these pieces here. You go ahead and trade those pieces off too prematurely. Now you have less talent, and yes, it's still appealing, but it's not as appealing where you have those guys already in place. So I think that's kind of where Mara was, and I'm sure Joe Shane probably came to him and said, "Hey, John, we have deals on the table here for Dexter Lawrence and Thibodeau. Get a couple first." No. We are not trading any of them. Hey, but this could be able to maybe improve our future. I have thoughts on the future, but not that. So Joe Shane's probably like, he walked out of that office saying, "Yeah, probably gonna get fired. If I can't do this, probably gonna get fired." And Brian Daboll, I mean, look, I've said this since he got here. What has made him the expert? Is he a quarterback whisperer? No. He didn't make Josh Allen who he is. Joe Brady did that. Look what Josh Allen has done since he's left. Brian, go ahead.
Better every single year.
Yeah.
Just kind of, you could see the people around him teaching him. Like, it was nothing to do with Daboll.
Right.
It's like he's got all these excellent people over the Bills, kind of.
Yeah.
Everyone helps him, but.
And you know what I also want to find out? When the hell did he meet Haley Steinfeld? What year was that? Was that after Brian Daboll?
23?
You see what I'm saying?
Like that.
Look, the man keeps winning. Daboll leaves, he meets Haley Steinfeld, wins the MVP, better quarterback. Brian Daboll reminds me of what's his name? Adam Gase. Adam Gase had this reputation of being this great offensive coordinator. You can't be a great offensive coordinator when your quarterback is Peyton Manning. You just can't. You go to Peyton Manning and say, hey, I got these plays. You think you want to? Yeah, give me all three of them. I'll take something from there, something from here, and something from here, and I'll mix it up. Thank you. Off with you now. Right? That's what you do. You just stand there and do nothing. You're collecting a check to do nothing. So for you to get any credit for Josh Allen's success or development, no. Because we seen what you did with Daniel Jones. You did nothing. We've seen how bad Russell Wilson has looked. We've seen how bad my man, you left DeVito out there to rot. And because DeVito had a little bit of talent, he shined through, but you didn't help him at all. Jackson Dart, poor kid, he should have been on the bench until about week 11, week 12. But you put him in there desperately, you're touching him creepily. Just stop touching him. Because we understand what you're doing. You're desperate. And it's still going to get fired. That's the whole point, is that you did all of this. You put the kid in early to save your job, and you don't realize that you're going to get fired anyway. So he just pressed all the wrong buttons since he's been here. Name me one Giants player that has developed since he's been the head coach. One. I'll wait.
I was going to say Tommy DeVito for 3 games.
Yeah.
But that's Tommy DeVito.
Yeah, it's just garbage.
It's Italian magic. But literally, there's nobody.
Absolute garbage. So Coach Ozempic, just enjoy the last few games that you have. Because it's over. The Giants need to go get themselves a young, offensive-minded, visionary. Go get yourself a really good, staunch defensive coordinator and build it through there. You have Jackson Dart. Do not go defensive-minded coach. You need to go offense, because if you can be able to marry the young, offensive-minded head coach with your budding quarterback, your young star, that's the relationship that you want. That's the connection. So let's see if they can be able to put that together. Moving on. Let's see what else we got here. Hold on. Yes, I had to play this thing here. Make sure I have my thing all set up, because I am still so appalled, but there's somebody that's even more appalled than me that this is going on. Let me make sure I got some volume. Oh, that's not playing. Hold on. Let's go ahead and wait. Pull that back up. Here we go. I think it's playing. Let me see. All right, maybe we can't play it. Let's go ahead and take it off and play it that way.
Answer for that, and it might come at the end of the year, and it might come in the form of firing. What is going on? Does he have an? I don't want to pick on Kevin. Does he even have a?
Let's run it back.
What is going on behind the scene? How can this kid that was rated as a late first-round draft pick not get on the field for a team that sucks? They're not even giving him reps. What? That's on the coach, man. Stefanski's going to have to answer for that, and it might come at the end of the year, and it might come in the form of firing. What is going on? Does he have an? I don't want to pick on Kevin. Does he even have a say in this? Is someone in the front office saying don't play him? Clearly, Chris, someone doesn't like him, or someone just thinks he's. How are you not ready to play? He's been here since April. I find it hard to believe that kid isn't ready to play. What is?
That is I can't remember the guy's name. Shouts to him. He's been on this Cleveland Browns commentator, radio host, and he's been frustrated since camp. because Kevin Stefanski continues to not give Shedeur Sanders any reps. He's not getting anything, but you go ahead and you throw out Dylan Gabriel's bum ass every week, and he continues to look like garbage every week. You have Myles Garrett that's totally frustrated with this franchise, and Myles Garrett probably even knows, why are we not playing Shedeur Sanders? So we understand that Kevin Stefanski looks like he's doing this on purpose, or he's getting it from somewhere else. But I find that hard to believe that he might be getting it from somebody else just because it was the owner that made the call to draft Shedeur. Stefanski didn't want him. Haslam did, right? So if that's the case now, you got Stefanski that's going to literally fall on the sword and not want to play this kid, no matter if he's going to get fired or not. So at this point, it's like, if you know, I'm trying to figure it out, because if they're going to fire Stefanski, is maybe that's why they're just going to kind of wait in the wings, and then once Stefanski's fired, they'll go ahead and give Shedeur the reins. But the whole situation to me just is foul. Like, you are that in fear of his brand, or you don't like his father that much, or you don't like this kid's personality that much, that you're not even going to give him a fair chance to be able to play. This is a terrible team. You have to evaluate your players and see what you have. So it's like, it's impossible to me how you can play Flacco. Flacco having a good season, but he wasn't going anywhere with Cleveland. That's why they traded his ass. You leave the door open for now. It's now Dylan Gabriel's team, but then you go ahead and you call up what's the other dude they call up? What's his name from the practice squad? Bailey Zappi. You give Bailey Zappi more reps than you give Shedeur.
I feel like also to make sense, like, especially too, like, when now with Flacco gone, it's not like a learning situation for Sanders to kind of sit and watch. So, like, it makes no sense to, like, okay, you want to try Gabriel for a game or two, but again, like you said, like, he hasn't looked great, so why keep him in there?
Right.
It's the next man up, and that should be Shedeur Sanders, not someone you're calling up from the practice squad. You have 3 quarterbacks. Why aren't you going to give him a chance to see, like, what he has? He was the best, even in preseason, he was the best quarterback out there that they sent out there. So you see all that happen. It's just, there is definitely something against him personally or his family. That's the only reason why you can explain why this has happened this way. So.
And this is why the Cleveland Browns are the Cleveland Browns. They continue to put these stupid ass coaches in positions to be able to make these terrible decisions and allow guys to walk out the door. If they go ahead and if Shedeur asks for a trade, or they go ahead and trade him, Shedeur goes somewhere else and produces and plays well, every Browns fan is going to be sick to their stomach, because you had this kid in the building. You know, this is a kid that there is talent there. He can play. He's confident. He has the tools to be able to be a successful quarterback. I'm not saying that he's going to be the next Tom Brady or Peyton Manning or Aaron Rodgers. I'm not saying that, but I can guarantee he's better than Dylan Gabriel. Mm-hmm. I can guarantee that. Dylan Gabriel's like 5'3". Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They got no talent on that team.
Yeah, like, it's just so, like, also too, like, was projected to be the number 2 quarterback in the last draft.
Yeah.
So it could be number 1. You never know. I mean, right now the number 1 would be Jackson Dart, but he also looked good and everything preseason and all that beforehand. So it makes no sense why he's still sitting on the bench.
It's really disheartening to see. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And when you have a guy like this radio host who's so passionate about this, because this is a guy that follows this team every day. So for him to not understand why this kid is not getting reps, there has to be more. There got to be more than just a football thing. You clearly don't like him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you're gonna go bury this kid's career for what? If he continues to do this, I can promise you nobody's gonna hire Kevin Stefanski again. Not for a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
You might be able to be somebody's coordinator at some point, but why would they even want that? What have you done to earn any type of job? He's terrible. He's absolutely terrible. It's just disgusting. Moving on. I think we're done with football. What is the score of the Thursday night game? Who won?
Check that right now.
Because they always give us these garbage games on Thursday.
It's a horrible game. 10-7. Broncos win.
10-7. Could you imagine sitting there and watching that garbage? And listen, I'm a big Bo Nix fan, but come on now. 10-7.
Let's see.
Jesus.
He had 150 yards.
Oh my God.
1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
Goodness gracious.
And Gino had 143 yards, 1 interception. Genti had the rushing touchdown.
Bo Nix threw 2 picks against the Raiders. They're terrible. Goodness gracious. I'm telling you, man. It's just I know people love their football. I understand that people want more football, but I think it might be time to just end these Thursday games, man. They're just brutal. They're brutal for no reason. They got these, and the fact that the Broncos are 8-2. My goodness, they're 8-2.
Mm-hmm. I've been pretty good.
They got a fair chance to really like be a strong contender in the AFC. I like to see the parity that's going on in the AFC. I do, because I just want people to just kick the Chiefs' ass. Just leave. Just stop. I'm tired of the Chiefs. It might sound like a hater, yes, but I'm tired of them. Mm-hmm. Have somebody else. It's enough.
Yeah, I think it's because the Chiefs, they weren't good last year.
No.
So, let's go to show they had some problems earlier on, but still they're not a good team to be always winning and all that stuff. I see somebody new, so it's good to see the younger quarterbacks doing well in the league so far. But
did you see that play with Joey Bosa?
No.
So they had a play where playing the Chiefs, and Joey Bosa obviously is a defensive lineman. He swims and knocks the offensive guy out of the way. Patrick Mahomes is dropping back to pass, and for whatever, he has a clear line to Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
He stops, drops back into coverage.
Mm-hmm.
For a second, and then he pursues the quarterback again.
It's weird.
And I've watched football my whole life. That's not the defensive end's job to drop back in coverage. Mm-hmm. Your job is to rip the quarterback's head off to prevent him from seeing the field.
Yeah.
So for you to do that, and the NFL's investigating that, they're like, hold on now. All of this betting stuff that's going on, that looks crazy. What is that?
It's Nick on the injured list from the at home on the couch.
Yeah.
Hey Joey, get us money right here.
You know what I'm saying? What parlay did you mess up, man?
Yeah, that's crazy though, cause like you said, that's your job to go, sack that quarterback. Why are you?
That's your only job.
Yeah.
We're not asking for you to be Deion Sanders back there. You're not Ray Lewis. Just hit the damn quarterback. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, if I can find this play and show it to you, you're going to be like, nah, that looks crazy.
Mm-hmm. Especially, too, again, Bills, Chiefs, their, history and whatnot. So, so weird.
Unbelievable. I think that's it. Now we are at the halfway mark. It's time for Irrelevant News. of the
You
week.
gotta be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the? I mean, yeah, they stink.
Every week, Silent Assassin, we go ahead and we find the most interesting stories to discuss. And, oh, look at them. They're smiling. She doesn't look uncomfortable at all. What the hell is she wearing? Tell you something. Let me tell you something about Millie Bobby Brown. I'm going to have to, Jasmine, she understands I have my crushes out there. I don't know if it's Haley Steinfeld, Millie Bobby Brown. I don't know.
Well, they're kind of similar vibe.
Yes.
Brunette. That's all
Yes.
I got.
You know what it is with Millie? It's the English accent that gets me.
Okay.
And that just puts it over the top. Oh, on your English.
Yeah.
See. Yeah. Yes. I'm gonna be sad to see this show go, but she'll be around, and I'll be there. Whatever movie she's in, I'll be there. Let's see what we got. All right, shut up. Let's see, because I have some really interesting stories here today. Let's start off with this one. Grand Theft Auto 6 is delayed again. Listen, I've had it. 12 years. People have been waiting for this damn game, right? You put out the release date, everybody's excited for it, and then you're going to push it back a couple of more months? Like, what are you doing in those couple more months that's going to shore up the game? It's been 12 years, man.
Yeah. I feel like we've talked about this multiple times every year on this podcast of
Yes.
a delay in the game. I don't know, maybe a little extra sharpness.
You're going to be my age by the time this game comes out.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Even to like when Claw literally years ago now was talking about like the pricing too. Like,
Yeah.
I can't imagine now. Like he was saying I think like $150 is probably gonna be like $350 by
Right.
the time it comes
And
out.
here's the sad part, Silent Assassin. Here's the sad part about what you just laid out. People will pay it. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
They will pay it because it's just like, yo, we love this game. We're in the community. We just want the game. And it's just like, yo, how long? If they delay it again, I'm telling you right now, there's going to be riots in the streets. I feel bad for all of those game stores that have to put that game in their stores and have the pre-order and the pre-release, all this other stuff. It's going to be madness. Madness. I don't play that game. Yeah, I watch other people play that game. You ain't going to catch me on that line with the fact of how weird I am. No. I'm an elitist. I don't want to rub shoulders with people on lines. Ugh. In fact, I won't even be on a line. I don't do lines. I don't do them. Okay? I go online. If it's back ordered, I will wait. But you're not gonna see me on some line that's around the block
Nah.
for some damn video game or some phone or for a pair of shoes. Not happening with me. I'm an elitist.
Yeah.
I don't do lines.
They
Okay?
come to my door, I'm not going to get it.
Yes. Please, even when I order DoorDash, right, or something like that, I am not one of those people that like to open the door and, take the food from you. I put it right there in the instructions. Leave it at the door, please. I don't want to see you. Please. And make sure you don't leave it. You know what I hate too? We're going off on a tangent, but I don't care. When people leave your food at the door, they leave it right in front of the wrong side of the door. So when you open the door, you're just knocking the food over. Like, you need to back it up. Back it up or put it to the side so when I can open the door, I can swing it open and I'm not assaulting my food.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just dumb.
It makes obviously if you see someone with like a glass door or 2 doors, you gotta know it comes out the other way.
That way.
Yeah, so you'd be like, just put it off to the
Like,
side.
why would you put it right directly in front of the door? Every time it happens, I give them a 1 star. Every time. I'm a Karen. I don't care. You're going to do it the right way the next time you come here.
Especially if you have a drink too, it's just gonna
Yeah.
knock over. Like the bag, you could scoot a little bit, but a drink is gone.
You know how many times I've ordered groceries and I have to open the door and the door has ripped a sizable hole in the bag and all of the groceries are outside now?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? It's enough.
Like, you could put it on your steps
Right.
a little bit, yeah.
I'm okay with having to advance a step or two to get my food or whatever it is. Don't put it in front of my damn door. Maybe I need to put that in the instructions next time too. Because, like, again, I told you I'm a Karen when it comes to that. Please don't just leave it right there. Okay. But yeah, going back to Grand Theft Auto, it's just like, come on now. Enough. Give the people what they want. They want the game. They've been waiting for this game patiently. The fans have been waiting patiently for this game, and I respect every single person that's been waiting. But man, come on now. Come on now, it's ridiculous. Could you imagine if people just say, you know what, I'm done. I don't even want it no more. So 12 years, you ain't got no sales because you did it to yourself.
Yeah.
Release the damn game, and if there's any, like, bugs and stuff that you can fix, then you upload the shit. Upload a damn a pack a couple of months later. Just release the damn game.
Yeah, just like get the game out. It's basically like, I guess, like still like in beta, and then update whatever glitches or whatever issues along the line, rather than whatever the hell they're tweaking.
And here's the thing: even the note that they left, right? The message, the statement. That's what pisses people off even more. Here it is. Here's how they started. This infuriates me. Hi, everyone. Don't hi me. In this situation, don't hi me. Like, we don't want to hear your highs. Okay? Grand Theft Auto will now release on Thursday, November 19th, 2026. We are sorry for adding additional time to what we realize has been a long wait. But these extra months will allow us to finish the game with the level of polish you have come to expect and deserve. So you need 2 more months after you had 12 years. Just answer me this one question, Silent Assassin, we can move on. What in your life would you wait 12 years for?
Justin Bieber tour, that's it. Nothing else.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
That's it. That's this one thing.
Yeah.
One thing.
Yeah.
If I answer that question, I can't. I don't think that there's anything that I would wait 12 years for.
No. So to like think about in 12 years, like people I'm sure had families.
Yes.
And how are you gonna have enough time now to play your game when you have 5 kids?
You know what? That's a great point. You were 19, in college, playing this game. It's like, oh man, I can't wait till the next game comes out in a couple of years. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe 5 years or so. All right, cool. I'm still young. But now you got a wife, 2 kids, you got a dog, you got a wife that doesn't want you to play the game. Oh, yeah, you're always on the game. Oh, you need to pay attention to your family. How about you take us on a trip? And now he feels guilty every time he picks up the controller, so he has to wait until she goes somewhere, goes to her sister's house or family's house, and then he's out there playing the game. So now you've been waiting all this time, and then you got to wait 2 more months to get this game. Hey, come on now. Man, he's probably pushing for a divorce. He probably has all his papers lined up and say, you know what, I have my divorce lined up because I'm ready to play this game. And now he has to wait another 2 months to get divorced to play Grand Theft Auto. It's horrible. It's horrible. And I feel for the gamers out there because we don't like to wait. We want our games. We want it now. So moving on. Let's see here. ESPN abruptly shuts down its $150 million sportsbook deal weeks after NBA betting scandal. Smart. Yeah. Listen, at this point, I can't see how any of these betting sites are going to be advantageous for a little while. I'm not saying that they're not going to be able to recover, but right now it's hot. Right now it's hot because the scandal has reached the college sport now. They're starting to investigate college, and man, they're starting to find some stuff. It's everywhere. Like, there's fraud, there's scandal, there's cheating everywhere. When you have that much money that is being circulated around in this sport, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? So, yeah, it'd be smart for ESPN to get some distance. The first trailer for the Michael Jackson biopic has been released. Sounds as we watch this. This is very good.
Mm-hmm.
This is very, very good. I believe that's the nephew that's playing the role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whose son is it? But yeah, it looks really good. There were oh my god, I can't speak. There were some concerns over some of the prosthetics.
Yeah.
Kind of looked a little bit off, but
Yeah, the nose looks crazy. I don't know what's going on, but they better fix that. They got time. Fix that.
But everything else, like the voice and the dancing, the singing, all looks really, really good.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big like biopic fan per se, but I'm really into like musicals and whatnot.
Yeah.
There's gonna obviously have a lot of music in it, so I'm definitely excited to see it. And it's Jafar
Jackson. Yeah.
So yeah, it would definitely be very interesting. And Coleman Domingo, he's Joe Jackson, which I like his he's a good actor.
Mhm.
And Neil Long.
Neil Long's in it?
Catherine Jackson.
Oh man. Neil Long is in it? Boy, that I might I'm gonna be distracted the whole movie. You can't put a Neil Long in a movie. Are you crazy?
Uh-huh.
She gonna overshadow the damn biopic. Don't nobody want to see nothing after that. I don't want to hear no MJ hits. Just put it on Neil Long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's gonna be good. I think that this might shatter some box office records because we're talking about a figure that used to just walk and make people pass out and cry. Like old people love Michael. You know, the boomers love Michael. Millennials like me love Michael. Gen Zers, I don't know what you guys like. I believe you heard of Mike.
So my parents have the original vinyl.
You have some knowledge.
Yeah.
So there's a wide range of generations that are waiting for this. This might be like a $20 billion movie, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be out of like the most recent one's gonna be the biggest one. Like the Queen one did.
That was really
well.
good. Yes.
Elton John one did really well.
I didn't see that one. That was good.
I think yeah, I saw it. It was pretty good. But I feel like obviously they're superstars, you know, Queen and Elton John, but Michael Jackson's Michael Jackson. So
Yeah.
I feel like everyone, like you said, everyone's gonna be going down to the theater to see it.
And the fact that Nia Long is gonna be in it, I'm gonna find ways to just keep going to the movie theater. Gotta go to the store. I'll be back. You've been gone 5 hours, huh? You know, there's a lot of traffic out there. Yeah. So yeah, this is gonna be very, very good. Looking forward to it. It looks good, but they definitely gotta fix that prosthetic nose. That shit is it looks like it was falling off while the scene was going on. Like, come on now, man. Like, where's the makeup people? Fire them immediately. This is terrible. There's too much good makeup out there and good prosthetics to be able to have that.
Yeah. Because I don't know because like later on when they have the scenes of like a Thriller music video.
Yeah.
Like the iconic like red like leather jumpsuit, whatever you want to call it, like that shot looked really good.
Yeah.
And that close up of him in the studio, putting on the headphones was a little crazy looking, but we'll see what they do.
Yeah, very, very interesting. This one was interesting as well. I'll tell you, there's a lot of stories this week. Today, the average 20-year-old has the testosterone of a 70-year-old in 1970. And that makes a lot of sense. So it says, men's testosterone levels have been dropping about 1% per year since 1970. A guy in his 20s today might have the same T levels as a 70-year-old back then. So it's saying because of the toxins, food, lack of sleep, inactivity, nonstop stress, all of those things have a major effect on your body. And low testosterone doesn't just affect your body, it can drain your energy, your mood, your confidence. So it makes a lot of sense to see where we are, how we've devolved as a society in regards to our communication, how we interact with the opposite sex, how people go out there and, you know, try to be successful in society instead of being hobbits and just staying in their house, right? Everybody is just so afraid to step out now. People are playing games online, and instead of like when I was growing up, we all met with each other to play that game. Now everybody's just sitting at home and they're online and playing with their buddies. So that connection is not there. And of course, that has a lot to do with people are scared of rejection. People are scared of failure. People are scared of losing. All of these things are tied into confidence, energy, all of these things that you need to be a successful person. You have to know how to lose to win. And we are in a society of people that it says, it's all right. You don't even have to try. Don't even bother entering the race so you don't have the opportunity to lose. It's okay to quit early. That's what we're telling people now. So I can understand why the testosterone levels have dropped, of course. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Would you say it's like 70-year-old equivalent?
Yeah, so 20-year-olds have the testosterone levels of a 70-year-old.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, even like too, like they said about the hormone stuff too, like you don't even know like what you're eating now.
Yeah.
It's just like injected with crazy solutions.
A lot of garbage.
Yeah. But yeah, everything obviously is changing, and the way we communicate is like a big thing, because then you have like young men not knowing. Okay, this goes back to your emotions. Like you're behind a game, you're out there saying whatever you want to somebody. It's sort of like bullying people and not having like real conversations with one another. So yeah, it's just, I don't know, different worlds from
different world. It really is. Like I just feel like we're living in idiocracy every day. Moving on, NASA. That's what do you say? Not NASA. NASA issues warning: Earth is running out of oxygen.
Pretty good.
I'm telling you, all we need now, Silence is just the aliens to come down and say, enough. Enough. We're tired of what you fucks have been doing. It's time for you guys to just sit it out. We're going to take over now and fix this place. So NASA says that researchers have confirmed that Earth won't keep its oxygen-rich atmosphere forever. A NASA-backed study predicts that in about 1 billion years, so you don't have to worry about now, it's okay, oxygen levels will begin to drop sharply, not because of pollution or human activity, but due to natural changes in the sun and Earth's geology. As this happens, the planet will slowly shift back to an oxygen-poor state, similar to what it was before complex life evolved. No worries, though. This is a problem for the very distant future. You know what? I've watched too many movies. Where they say, don't worry about this. It's not going to be in your lifetime, or even if your son's lifetime, and maybe your son. Then why tell us? Why? Why even release this if it's if it's not even a thing? You can just archive this, and this is no news for anybody, but you release it. Why?
Because, I mean, obviously 1 billion years is no concern for anyone here. Even to, like, with that meteor, I feel like that, or whatever was passing by, it just kept getting closer and closer and closer, like, month by month. So I feel like this could be a similar situation. Like 1 billion years, and then it's like 100 million years, 1,000, and then 10 years.
You're just gonna see
closer.
something. Remember what we said that there's about 1 billion? Well, it's gonna be here next Tuesday.
Yeah.
What? So
yeah, that would be crazy though. Like all of a sudden, just like stop breathing, everybody at the same time.
Well, I mean, look, it kind of, hammers down what I have desires to do anyway. I don't want to be on Earth for too much longer. I want to die. I want to go to Red Rocks, go to Mars, That's where it's cool. I've seen Total Recall. I see how cool it is up there. Okay? That's where I want to go. Red planet, you got red dirt. It just looks cool. That's where I want to go. Damn the Earth. You know, you can have the maggots can have it. The maggots can have it. I'm going to Mars. That's where I want to go. That's where I want to go. Moving on. This one is pretty interesting, though. This is scary. This is going to trip you out. I want to scare you, but I kind of do. Scientists, and it's always these scientists, right, discovered a new creature that exists between life and non-life.
What the hell's non?
Yeah, well, I'm going to explain it to you.
Okay.
It says researchers in Canada and Japan, of course, it's Japan, right? Discovered, I don't even know how to say this, Shukachim Mirabelle. What the hell is this?
Godzilla.
Yeah, exactly. A tiny microbe that blurs the line between life and non-life with a minimum genome, 238,000 base pairs. I don't know what that. This is all scientific terms, whatever. It can make its own ribosomes and RNA like a full cell, but still relies on a host like a virus. Interesting. This challenges when we consider alive. Found in marine plankton, the discovery raises big questions about life itself. The study is currently a preprint of BioRxiv. Don't like the way that sounds. And doesn't make sense to me right now. But it said that life between life and non-life, that sounds like the Upside Down. That sounds like Vecna. And I don't like it. Okay?
Godzilla.
Yeah. I'd rather Godzilla than Vecna. Don't come here with that garbage.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
It could be a hybrid
Yeah.
coming out from the water.
You know what I mean?
Vecna coming down from
the
the sky.
damn mind flare. We don't need none of that crap.
Yeah.
We don't want that. I'm telling you, man, like as much as I love technology and things are advancing, these things are just going to start popping up. Oh, yeah, we kind of figured out what the black hole does now. You know what a black hole has been? It's a portal to another dimension. Yeah, we've known this about 50 years now. Oh, thanks. It's just nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to deal with it. It would be interesting to know what the other Barry is like in the other dimension. I think he's like charitable, nice, helps people, helps old ladies cross the street, donates his time to charity, sees kids in the park and he wants to instruct them and hey, you should shoot the ball this way. And he's just a nice person. And then he probably will come here and meet me and be like, what a douche. Like, what? You're nothing like me. Of course not. I'm in this horrible existence. I have to adapt. I got to adapt. Okay? I don't want to help your children. I don't even want to see pictures of your kids. Don't do that. Don't invite me anywhere. Don't do any of these things. Because I don't want to do it. I do things like against my will all the time. I don't just say, yeah, okay, I have to complain about it first. And complain about it to the point where I annoy you, and then I go ahead and do it. Because I have to make you know that I'm not happy about whatever decision has been made for me. I don't like it. Jasmine does it all the time. Oh, we're going here. Why? Why? Worked all week and I gotta go somewhere else now? I just want to sit here and do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? My ideal time is just sitting in my shorts, I don't even know, sometimes I don't even wear socks. I don't even lotion my feet. I'm there ashy as hell, looking like a bum on the couch, but hey, I'm having the time of my life. I don't want to do anything.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes if you do complain enough, then you're like, oh, then forget it.
Exactly.
Yes.
See? Yeah. I've learned that where you can be able to like act completely useless And then she, people are just like, you know what, forget it. I just do it.
Perfect.
So we want.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Make me be
forget it.
as useless as possible. My God, how do you do this? Laundry. Do you put do you put this liquid stuff in the machine, or this is something that it goes into? Frustrate the hell out of her to the point where she's just like, you know what, just get out of the way. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the fact that there's beings around that may just compromise our existence. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Is that it? Is that it for irrelevant news of the week? I think it is. Yes, it is. That is my irrelevant news of the week.
You got to be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the? I mean, yeah, they stink.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Did you see that story about Tom Brady and his dog?
Oh yeah, about the cloning thing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It gotta be a rich a-hole to do something like that. Oh, Fido was my favorite dog. Let me not even just go get a new dog from the animal shelter because I have the resources and the home to do it. No. I just want to clone Fido. No. No, because it's not Fido.
No. Yeah, I don't understand. It looks like the dog, but they said like everything else is completely different.
Yeah.
Why would you? I feel like that's kind of
It's sick.
like my memory of my dog. Like I don't want to be seeing that and not getting the same type of personality from the dog, because then it's a different dog. It's kind of like, why are you acting different? Like you're not who I remember you to be.
It's the dumbest thing ever because if Fido comes, you clone Fido, and Fido was a dog. He was 18 years old. He was your best friend. You guys went hunting together. You sit there, watch movies. Fido would wake you up out of your bed, and he'd just be all over you all day long. It was just man's best friend. And then you go ahead and clone Fido now, and Fido's like, go F yourself. You know what I mean? That's not Fido. It isn't. You're right. Yeah, I got all the genes, and I'm me. I look like your dog, but I hate you. I hate you, and I want to leave this place. So I'm going to figure out ways to get out of here so I can go somewhere else. Right? And you're like, oh my goodness, Fido never acted like this. Oh, what's happening? Crazy. This is what we call white people shit. That's what we call white people shit. Instead of you just letting the dog go, you want to go ahead and clone the damn dog. It's stupid.
Yeah.
What? And listen, I don't stop it. Don't stop it there. I've watched Pet Cemetery. I've seen what crazy people do. You go ahead and bury the dog in some Aztec or some gypsy cemetery. Dog comes back and it's not your dog.
No.
Not your dog.
No.
You know what I mean? It's just, why? Why do we do these things?
Yeah, it's like it's like the same genetic makeup, but I'm like the dog's not used for like a purpose of like doing anything that needs like its body to be in pristine, mechanical, whatever the word is, shape. Like police dogs or like like that type of stuff. Like it's literally a pet. Like
I do have a question though.
Yeah. Well.
It just hit me.
Okay.
What if this is all hypothetical, right? What if you're married to a horrible lady, right? And but physically she looks nice, and vice versa. Physically he looks nice, and you say, I hate this person so much that I like everything else but the personality. I'm going to steal one of your hairs, and I'm going to go ahead and clone you, right? You go ahead and clone the person. You wait 6, 7, 8 months or whatever, how long it is to what do you call it? To what's the word I'm looking for? It's not ingest. It's whatever it is. Spawn, right? This person's clone now, right? Is that cheating? Yeah.
So they're both like alive.
Yes.
No. Yeah. I mean, be like, look at this. I just found your
Yeah.
doppelganger. I thought it was you.
Right.
Like,
I
I didn't
saw on the
know.
street. I don't know.
So you kind of get ways out of it, but how do you continue to kind of keep that relationship going? I don't know. So you can kind of cheat and pretend and like be like, I always thought it was you.
It's always plausible deniability. I had no idea. Yep. That's where modern technology comes in, where I'll allow it. You know, if you're miserable with your significant other, clone them. Clone them and start fresh. That's what I'm saying. You probably do it to your kids too. Rotten ass kids. Let me go ahead and steal some of your hair so I can get something else and may end up being a celebrity or a basketball player. You can do what you want to do. I have the good one now. Yeah. Can you imagine people just do that?
That would be crazy.
Yeah. Or it's like that movie The Island, right? All your clones are on this island and they think that they're hitting the lottery. Oh, I hit the jackpot. I'm getting off where I get to go to the island. Not realizing that you're going to the island because they want a part of you because somebody over there, your real person is sick. And they're taking parts from you to give it to the other person. That's nuts. We're very close to these things. Oh, before I move on, I'm going on a tangent because I like this. Did you see that they have the AI robots now that you can buy? Yeah.
I saw one that was doing the dishes, and it was very triggering to me because I have no patience.
$500 a month.
Yeah.
They're like $20,000.
I want nothing to do with it. Them things are slow as hell.
Yeah.
And I feel like I would want to knock it over.
You would abuse it.
You
would abuse it. Like after a while, there will definitely be a lot of calls from these robots saying, "I'm being abused by my owner, and I would like assistance. I need help."
Yeah. I feel like they're not like we've made so much progression, but I feel like they're definitely not ready yet.
No.
They're not capable. As like helpers around the house, whatever you want it to use like purpose for. Yeah, but that one like particularly I saw of them doing the dishes, it like took forever. It was like moving in slow motion to put a glass in the dishwasher. And it was trying to find the door. It was like squatting to find the door to close it, and it was just like going everywhere. And it literally, I think it took over 5 minutes just to do that. Put the glass in the dishwasher and close it.
It must have been so frustrating, and the people that this is what we paid $20,000 for. This idiot can't even see the damn door for this one. What did we pay for? This is crap. I'm telling you, there's gonna be a lot of abused robots out there that get hit out of frustration. You're so stupid and slow. Wash my car right. It's horrible. Yeah, it's horrible. We're gonna do these things. I will never get a robot. I have a child for that. What do I need to slave a robot for? I'm not doing that to it. I have a kid for that. Do the dishes. Take this garbage out. Wash my car. Right? This is what you have kids for. I never forget my mom told me that years ago. I was like, why do I have to do all these things? She said, look, I raised you with love. I raised you. I wanted kids, and you were the perfect son. So yes, I enjoy you being here. She said, but don't get it mistaken. I also have you here so you can be able to do these things around a damn house. You take out the garbage, do the dishes. I shouldn't even ask you. If I come here and these things ain't done, head's gonna roll. Yeah. So you teach what you taught, right? My kid is gonna. I love doing it to Roman. You know, I say, hey, do me a favor, put this in the garbage, and he's so excited, and he takes it up and runs the garbage. Like he's like, okay, you want something else to do? Hey, all day long, all day long. That's what you have kids for, okay? Damn, an AI robot have children.
This was for it.
That's it.
Yeah. My mom always says, earn your keep.
That's
like,
it.
I'm literally your child. Like, it's like, I gave you life, earn your keep. I'm like, I don't ask for anything here, but I guess I get it. Because now, when my nephew will be like, can you get that for me?
That's right.
He comes smiling, hands me the whatever I'm asking him to give me, and his day is made.
And that's the thing. He'll be happy to do it.
Yeah.
Okay? Oh, Auntie Silent Assassin wants me to do something for her. It's great. I'm feeling great about myself today. Yeah, just keep it going. Keep it going. Go. Yeah. You want to vacuum? I'll show you how to do a hole. You hear that, right? So, moving on. My Lakers are rolling. Okay? I am so happy to be a Lakers fan today. Yeah, we got Luka. So we got skinny Luka. We got AR-15. We got DeAndre Ayton. We got Rui Hachimura. We got Marcus Smart. We got Jake LaRavia. We got all these players that are playing well. 7-2. We are second in the Western Conference right now without LeBron. And I love it. We just had a big win against Wembayama and those Spurs. Luka had a phenomenal game. And just seeing this team gel under the leadership and tutelage of J.J. Redick, I sat here 2 years ago, and I told you, Silent Assassin, I believe, because I've heard some stuff, that J.J. Redick will be the coach of the Lakers. And when it does happen, I am going to be doing backflips because this guy is going to be the future of the NBA in regards to a modern style coach that understands the game, passionate, very obsessive about improving and getting better, developing players, knowing how to communicate with players. He has everything that you want as a head coach, and you want to run through doors for him, run through walls for him. So shouts to my Lakers. I love what I'm seeing out of them. They're competitive. They don't give up. They play good defense. They play great ball. Luka's in a good rhythm. Austin Reeves plays very well. You even had Bronny out there doing his thing, and it's a great time to be a Lakers fan. I've heard some rumblings in Lakerland with fans on the message boards, seeing comments in certain videos that people are not. There's a portion of the fan base that want LeBron gone. Oh, LeBron's going to come back and he's going to ruin what we have going. He's going to ruin the chemistry. And I'm just like, why would you ever think the guy that has the highest basketball IQ in the NBA would come to a team that's rolling and screw it up? I think at this stage of LeBron's career, year 23, he's played so much basketball that he understands that he's going to have to find ways to contribute to this team. So he no longer has to be the orchestrator of the offense. He no longer has to be the point guard of this offense. He no longer has to be the everything for this offense because you have different guys that do different roles. So now LeBron can be able to come back, get himself back in shape because he's not ready to play yet. He just got cleared for contact basketball right now, contact drills. They expect him to be evaluated again soon in mid-November. So he's getting close to being ready. But when he does come back, I think it's going to be a seamless transition because this is a guy that has learned how to be a knockdown shooter. He can be able to do that, play the corners. He's a good cutter. He's a great assist man. He's probably one of the best passers in the league still. So this is a guy that's going to be able to put this team together, help them get over the hump, and not get in the way of a Luka, of a Austin Reeves, of a Rui Hachimura, of all of these other guys that can be able to contribute offensively. He's just going to be able to add to that and be able to find his way and be able to really manage his minutes as well, that he doesn't have to play 35 minutes a game. He doesn't have to play 46 minutes. He can be able to play anywhere between 30, 32 minutes a game, keep himself fresh, be ready for the playoffs, and the sky's the limit for this team because if they want to continue to advance, I don't know if this is the team that's going to be able to get there, but they can be able to make some trades once the deadline comes to be able to shore up this team, and who knows where the Lakers can be. But they have the potential to be really, really good because they're fun to watch. And that's the thing about it, is that they're playing great basketball without LeBron. They're going to play very good basketball when he comes back because they're going to be more of a complete team. They'll have better depth. Maxi Kleber will be back. You're going to have a Thiero that he's going to be here. So there's a lot of help that's coming on on the horizon. So I am very excited to know that the Lakers are looking good. They're looking sharp. And seeing the Clippers struggle, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. They lost tonight, of course. I told you, any team that Chris Paul's on, how bad are they? Let me go ahead and go check the record. Let me check the record. Because I talked about how bad the Mavericks were last week. I want to see the record for the Clippers. Where are they? Oh, we have to keep going down, huh? Oh, Clippers are 3-5. Oh, nice. They're going to continue to be bad. You know why? Because Black Cat Paul is there. I keep trying to tell people, right? There's conspiracy theories out there, and there's real theories. And I've been spot on about Chris Paul. Any team that he's on, it goes to shit. That's all it is. The Dallas Mavericks, boy, oh boy, I tell you, rough. It's rough going on over there. The fact that they traded Luka, 26 years old, you trade him to the Lakers, and you have to now deal with coin flip Davis. You have to go deal with a team that has no point. You know that Luka right now is averaging more points than Anthony Davis and Cooper Flag combined. It's great. It's absolutely great to know that he wanted to go there and he's stinking the joint up and that team sucks. It's great. I feel bad for Dallas Mavericks, man. I do. But I don't feel sorry for anybody else. I don't. We got the better of the deal. Sorry, not sorry. You got Klay Thompson over there. He looking like garbage too. Boy shooting like 26% from the field. And he's benched, right? You see what happens when you go ahead and you're dealing with Megan Thee Stallion? You don't want to play basketball anymore. It's just like what's his name? Kelsey. He found this girl. He don't care about football anymore. He got one leg in, one leg out. It's the same thing with Klay Thompson. He don't give a shit. He don't care. And I understand. You know, you want to continue to play because maybe you're passionate, but you go home to that. What do you care? Oh, honey, how'd you play today? Does it matter? I get to look at the yams all day. So that's all I'm saying. Yeah, he doesn't really care right now. He's trying to fake it like he does, but doesn't care. What else we got here? Guess who's hurt again?
Who's hurt?
Zion Williamson. As the sky's blue.
Yeah, comes back, looks good, gets hurt.
Yeah. He took the Ozempic, looks good. But see, the problem is, and shouts to Gil's Arena, they were talking about this, I believe it was today, that Zion he's not built like a basketball player. He's built like a football player. And because of that, the intensity and the high impact that he plays with is going to cause him to get hurt a lot more frequently. Because when you're talking about like him being able to just jump up on a whim and have a 45-inch vertical, dunk the ball or reap, like everything is high impact and high force. That does a lot to your hamstrings. That does a lot to your lower body. That does a lot of damage to your hamstrings. And in basketball, there's certain exercises that you use. Like you want elasticity in basketball. You want to have elongated muscles to be able to be a lot flexible. Guy like Zion Williamson, that's a big dude, pause. He has to maybe do workouts like how TJ Watt does workouts. Like a Myles Garrett. Like a Joey Bosa, like a Nick Bosa. Like those guys, they are built for football power. And they have to have that burst of speed off the line of scrimmage, right? That burst of speed, that high impact, is kind of what Zion is. And it was a great, great analogy because it makes sense. A guy that powerful is not designed to play basketball. He has to now like switch his workouts to be more of a football style workout. to be able to strengthen his legs the right way, to be able to protect those hamstrings. Because if he continues to go this way, hamstrings and groin injuries and foot injuries, they are the most annoying things that you can possibly have as an athlete, because it takes time to heal that. You cannot play through a groin injury and expect it to heal itself. You have to rest a groin injury. No activity, ice, stem treatment, all of these other things to be able to get the ligament and the muscle right again, right? Same thing with an ankle. Same thing with hamstrings. Those are all soft tissue stuff. So which means that you have to rest it. And the more he rests it, is now you're not working out anymore. And hopefully the next time you get on the court, you don't re-aggravate that, because there's really no timeline for a hamstring. It depends on your body. So, the Pelicans are in a tough spot, man, to have your best player and you don't really know when he's going to be back. I believe that they said that he's going to be reevaluated in 7 to 10 days. That could mean anything. They can reevaluate him in 10 days and say, you're not ready yet. Or they can say, okay, you look good. You can come back to the court. He goes and plays. He sprains it again, and now he's out a month. So they really have to find a way to take their time. It may suck because he's missed so much time in his career already. But, when you got a guy that's a very unique athlete and his body might be breaking down because he's such a high impact guy. It's like Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose was just, I've never seen a point guard play as violent as Derrick Rose did. Everything was high impact, every single play. And he paid for it later on, right? So, it's sad to see, because you never want to wish bad on a guy's career, but some guys' bodies, they just don't hold up, and it's not really anybody's fault. You know what I mean? Moving on, Morant. Morant wants out of Memphis. I had made a video on it, and I was saying that, him doing that interview or that press conference, that post game, you can just tell when somebody just doesn't want to be there anymore. Like somebody who takes their 30-minute lunch break and come back in 40 minutes. That was me. I had a job that I couldn't stand. They used to call me Teflon Don because I didn't care. And my supervisor would be like, can you just at least try to seem like you give a shit? 15-minute break used to be a half hour. They just don't care anymore. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if you're going to let me go, let me go. If not, then I'm going to continue to do what I want to do. So the fact that I believe Memphis Grizzly fans are tired of Ja. I believe that the front office might be tired of Ja. I believe that the new coaching staff might be tired of Ja, because it's like Ja was this close to being the face of the league or one of the faces of the league. And he had the gun situation, and that really just kind of killed everything. And injuries on top of that, maturity issues, all of these things. And now he's on a roster where they play better without him there, because they don't have a ball dominant guy that's just shooting 35 shots a game. They move the ball around, scoring by committee. Jaren Jackson Jr. is the star of this team now. He's the leader of this team. And Ja, whether he understands that or not, that's just the situation. So it's either he tries to find ways to incorporate himself into this offense, back into this franchise, or they find ways to be able to part ways and send him somewhere else where he can be able to kind of try to revitalize his career, and the Memphis Grizzlies can be rid of the headache and they can be able to move on to see how they can be able to build their franchise. I think it's time for both sides to just find new places, find new opportunities away from each other, because, it was It was a marriage that was working. There was potential there. The franchise was doing very well. They were making the playoffs every year. They were one of the viable contenders in the Western Conference. And, Ja kind of derailed that with his behavior, right? And, there's nobody else to blame but himself. So he can't really necessarily blame the Memphis Grizzlies for not necessarily trusting him to be able to figure it out, because it's like the last time we trusted you with this franchise, you did what you did. You put us in a bad spot. Taylor Jenkins, you didn't get along with him. We made a decision to get rid of Taylor Jenkins to be able to appease you and try to figure it out. But now it's kind of like, well, maybe we don't want to do that anymore. Maybe we want to make sure that the coach, whatever he wants, we'll go ahead and see how that can work for us, because we've been trying to appease you this whole time. We haven't gotten where we want to go. Maybe it's time to do things a lot differently. So, I think it's time for them to part ways. I see that the Kings might be interested in him. I think the Minnesota Timberwolves might be interested in him. The Miami Heat might be interested in him. So there's a couple of teams that might be interested in him, but it really depends on, what they're going to give up and how that offense is going to look with him there, because he's not a guy that can be able to play off ball. He's not a knockdown shooter. He's not a great three-point shooter. He has a push shot, so it's not very pure. There's a lot of good positive things about his game, but there's also a lot of negatives and drawbacks to his game as well. So you have to have the right roster. You have to have the right mix of stars with role players, personalities. Make sure that the head coach is on board. Make sure that they can be able to develop a relationship. There's so many things that come with trying to acquire a Ja Morant. So, we'll see what happens, man. But he's up out of Memphis. Like, he just does not want to be there. Really don't. I feel bad, but I don't feel bad. You hate to see it, but at the same time, you love to see it. Moving on. Baseball news. The Mets. First off, we're not even good. The World Series is finally over. Huh? Oh, the Dodgers. Won another World Series, huh? No, nice. I've been waiting for the offseason to start. Shouts to the Dodgers. Shouts to the Dodgers fans. That's fine. I'm not going to disrespect y'all. Y'all are the kings of the town right now. To the victor go the spoils. You got Yamamoto. You stole him from us. He went ahead and was the man. Yeah, we knew it. We knew how good he was. Not shocking to us, right? Pisses off, but it's not shocking. So, got your World Series ring. It's time to move on. Okay? Time to move on. Bigger stuff to deal with here. Mets news. We have lost some coaches. Jeremy Hefner and Antoine Richardson are now Atlanta Braves. Like, when I saw the news, I was like, really? Like, of all the places to go?
Yeah, honestly, it would be better to even go to the Phillies, but, the Braves
Yeah.
is, a whole another level of, why.
We hate them.
Yeah.
I hate them more than the Braves. I mean, more than the Phillies.
Yeah. Especially, too, for Jeremy Hefner, we were going to move on regardless, but Richardson was someone that fans wanted back, the team wanted back, and something that they just couldn't work out together, and you let him go to the Braves is insane.
I mean, look, the Jeremy Hefner thing I don't like, because he was responsible and in charge of our pitching lab. He's going to tell all of our secrets.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Especially, we are going to have to deal with that next year and the years to come.
Yeah.
He's on the team, yeah.
And for everybody that thinks that the Braves are going to have a bad season again this year, no, it's not going to happen. They got too much talent.
No, that was a bluff last year. They should have been better, but they had a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
That had the team struggle. No one expected the Braves to be how they were last year, so they're going to come back stronger.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, Acuna may steal 100 bases next year.
Wouldn't be surprised. What do you,
His high was like 70-something.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Just
it wouldn't
crazy.
surprise me, yeah. Yeah.
In this modern time to steal 70-something bases is insane. Mm-hmm. He may get to 100. He's that fast.
Especially too, like you have Juan Soto almost get 40, give Acuna the 100. So.
Yeah, you double that. That's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, but you know what? Again, like I said, Hefner was one thing, right? But Antoine Richardson, the report came out that he wanted to be back. The Mets offered him a good contract. He wanted to look around to see if there was any more opportunity there to be able to earn some more money. And when he circled back around to the Mets, there wasn't that pension to be able to sign him for what he wanted because they already filled the spots. And then also it's reported that he wanted some out clause where if there was a better opportunity for him, he can be able to void the contract and go seek the new opportunity, whether it be in season or before the season. Like, get the fuck, what?
Yeah, that made no sense at all. Like, obviously, like, if a situation's going on with the team and they grant you allowance to kind of speak with other teams, but for you to have that in a contract clause, like, I want this, is crazy.
After you literally had no real impact before this year?
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about?
Because even, the year prior was his first year, and there was nothing significant difference. Just
No.
This past year, all of a sudden, it's like the Mets are leading the league and stolen bases percentage and all this stuff, and they looked really good, but that could have just been like a different being aggressive and all that stuff. But yeah, to ask for that is insane.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane. So, yeah, the fact that the one thing I didn't like is the fact that, all of these reports came out, just like, the one black coach that we had on this team, they don't get back. And I was mad about that. But the fact that he was over here trying to do wild stuff. I mean, look, if you do whatever you want to do in your negotiations, if you feel that you can be able to get that in your contract, then that's something that you want, then cool. The Mets were not willing to go that way, and maybe the Braves were. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll see if he got the same out clause with the Braves that he was trying to give the Mets.
Yeah, I think I told you. I think it came from Anthony DeComo saying like there was no way the Mets were gonna be able to retain him, and if that does make sense. If that was the kind of clause that Richardson wanted, that makes no sense at all for the Mets to have that in there. So
if you're not gonna give that to anybody else, why would you give it to Antoine Richardson?
Yeah, like give it to like a championship coach. Like they want more opportunity. Okay, cool. Like you deserve it. But for a first base coach, and one that's I don't even know what he was doing before being a first base coach, but has 2 years in major league coaching on the Mets. Like you don't deserve that. So.
Absolutely. There's been some waiver pickups. We picked up the guy that we had got in the season. What's his name? Jose Castillo.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with him. Didn't pitch too bad for us. I think he had like a little bit over a 2 ERA, left-hander, right? So we'll see if we can be able to develop that guy even further. And Ji-Hwan Bae we got as well, outfielder from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Spoke a little bit off pod about this silent assassin, and Ji-Hwan, he had a domestic violence issue in his past. I think it was either 2018 or 2019. He was a young man at that time. I don't even think he was 19 years old yet. Had an issue with his girlfriend. There was some type of assault that happened. And, he's been with the Pittsburgh organization. They finally put him on waivers. Mets go ahead and claim him. So, we were talking about it a little bit off pod. Like, do you want to share anything in regards to, like, as a fan of the team that has acquired a guy like this he's not a difference maker. He's a part of the organization. He may not even make the main roster. He may, he does have an option left, which he might just be in our minor league, organizations. But what are your thoughts about the optics of it?
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting move. Even as like a depth piece, like he hasn't been a great player. But I mean, you always want players, I mean, in your system. So, but I don't know. I feel like domestic violence is a big thing in the major leagues.
Yeah.
Regarding like scandals and whatnot. I think like obviously there's no place for it. Even with him being 18, 19 years old, I feel like you just as a human being, you don't abuse anybody, especially your significant other, and then that being a woman and going as far as doing multiple things to the woman. I feel like it's just kind of too far. I don't know if he like served any like penalties or anything with
It's a fine.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah, it's a fine. Like it was I think it was they charged him with cuz it was in his home country, so it was 2 million won, which works out to like a $1,500 fine or something like that.
Yeah, and also too for the Mets, we were talking about that how they just had released a player not too long ago for a similar situation. So I don't know. I feel like, I mean, in this moment in time, I don't see him being a major league player, just as his past and his past numbers. But I feel like we're also talking about too, like if you're more of like a star player, those things kind of get passed off, like an Aroldis Chapman or, you know, what he did, even Marcelo Ozuna, what he did. The list can go on. Like if you're performing well, like people kind of forget.
Absolutely.
And that, I mean, for all sports, but I feel like that's kind of not a good situation.
It muddies the waters.
Yeah.
It does.
So I think it's just even like their suspensions, I feel like have to be taken more seriously in major league level. So yeah, we'll see what comes out of it. But you know, I'm not a fan of the guy. I didn't really know much about him before, but like, you know, it's just like an interesting move.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, like I said, man, you know, to the women that are a part of the organization, to you know, women out there that are fans of the team, you know, it's just a very weird dynamic to have this person. And listen, like I'm a big advocate of you are not a finished product at 18 or 19, right? But there's also outliers to that, right? Where you should not be able to live down certain things. Like people can address these things to you. They can address their concerns about your past. And if you are rehabilitated, you know, what's the word?
Rehabilitated?
Yeah, here you go. Rehabilitated, you can be able to answer these questions and show people that you have been changed and rehabilitated, right? So if he's gonna have to answer for this for the rest of his career, then that's what he put himself in, right? If you don't get opportunities because this is something that happened in your past, that's something that you did and you have to live with that, right? But you do have a chance to be able to show people that you are not this person anymore, and you know you have learned a very valuable lesson. But at the same time, people also don't have to give you the leeway of like forgiving you or giving you a pass. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you know, a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, this happened when I was young. It doesn't really matter. Like, it can affect people. It can bring people back to a trauma that they've had to deal with. So you'll always have to answer for this because your mistakes follow you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, sometimes you can be able to outlive those things. You can be able to learn from those things, and people can be able to forgive you. But there's also a portion of people that will never forgive you. Mm-hmm. And you have to be okay with that. You know what I mean? Like, apologies are not just guaranteed. If you do something to somebody and you go ahead and you're now rehabilitated and you want to go ahead and make amends of that, the person that you did wrong to, if you come to them years later and apologize for what you did, they don't have to forgive you. You are doing this because you are a changed person. So whatever the outcome is, whatever the reaction is to your apology, you have to accept. You know what I mean? So that's what I want to see. Could be a nothing burger move again because he hasn't really done much in his career. Might not even make it through the minors. Might get cut. Who knows? But it's just the fact that if they're taking a flyer on him, then I guess that they believe that whatever transgressions had happened back then, he's shown more of the other side, that they're more comfortable in bringing him into an organization that's been very, very, that's on the up and up in regards to respectability, prestige, just looking the part of a well-run organization. So I don't think that they're going to want to jeopardize their image for a G1 Bay. You know what I mean? So that's what my hope is. We'll see. Moving on to other Mets news, obviously. You have Diaz that opted out, Pete that opted out. I believe that Diaz will sign back very soon because they do have that exclusive window to be able to get that done, and I don't see how they don't get this done. He's the best closer in the game.
Yeah, I think the deadline's coming up soon. I forget the date. I think it's maybe by the 11th or something like that. I was kind of, even before he opted out, I'm like thinking like he might even set an extension before opting out, but obviously that didn't happen. And again, I'm saying it every week, like that's the first move that the Mets have to make. And I think they should make it before he kind of reaches out to all those teams. Just get it done, because I feel like there's going to be a team like, say, the Dodgers that this is like obviously not going to happen, but like $200 million,
Would you imagine?
So, but they have to bring him back, because that's like the one thing is the bullpen. Like, who the hell else do you have in that bullpen? Like,
and listen, if Diaz don't come back, don't even call Ryan Helsley. No, don't do it. We don't want him here. He's cooked.
Yeah. So it's like, even the options available, like, who's better than Diaz? No one. Like, he had his few years where he's kind of struggled his first year and 2-3 years ago. But other than that, to have that type of guy in New York that you could do the job, like, you need that.
Yeah. He's proven in the biggest market in sports. And that comes with monetary advancements. You have to pay him for that.
Yeah.
Because he's earned the right to be able to get paid.
Yeah. And he's always, like, literally his last time that he was put in free agency, he's like, I want to be here.
Yeah.
And that's never changed. Like, even when he was asked on the last day of the season, he's like, I still have to think about it and whatnot. And I think we all kind of knew that he was going to opt out just because.
It's just good. It's just good business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, he is, like, a player that's always showed that he's cared about the team and wants to be here and, never kind of put money or anything, you know. Obviously, you got to do what's best for you and your family, but I feel like it's always been more for the team than really, his self. So.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. You had I was very surprised at you today. And we were talking Mets, and you were just like, you know what, just over it. I don't really care right now. If Pete leaves, he leaves. I don't care. I'm just like, who am I speaking to? It's just, but I understand that you go through these wave of frustration. You're just tired. Maybe when the hot stove really starts to heat up, you'll get more invested back into it. But I get it. We have Mets fatigue.
Yeah.
We do. It's like, how much more are we gonna take? How much more beatings are we gonna be able to just receive and be happy about it? No. It's time for us to just sit back and see what the hell he's gonna do. Because look, there's a lot of talent out there. You got Bregman, you got Schwarber, you have Bichette, you have Kyle Tucker, you have all of these guys out there. I need 3 of those.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, don't tell me that you can. The checkbooks are open.
Yeah, you got some. I saw like obviously Josh Naylor could be a replacement.
Yeah, great defense.
Those,
Great defense.
I'm not gonna try to pronounce their names, but those two Asian players that are kind of coming to the.
Oh yes, you got Akamoto and you have Muneka. What's his name? Murakami. Yeah.
So those are options. They're supposed to be really good.
I would rather Akamoto though, because
That's
he's
the first
his
baseman?
glove. Yeah, his glove is elite.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I didn't watch the playoffs really. I watched the last few innings of the World Series, and seeing the Dodgers win it, and then the Pete situation just kind of felt like last year. Kind of like, I'm like, I don't want to, like, last year sucked, obviously seeing the Mets lose to the Dodgers. And I just kind of felt like we're back here at point one again, trying to build this team to be a contender. And they didn't really make any, they got Juan Soto, but again, that's Steve Cohen's move, not David Stern's move. So kind of like my trust in him, I'm just kind of like, I don't care, because he's got to prove it in the season. Like, he can sign everybody, but like the season has to, the players have to mend well. So like I said, like, we'll see, like, as things kind of start going and moving, forward with things. There's a lot of talent out there, like you said, and if he doesn't start picking on that talent, I'm going to be, even more kind of concerned with, like, what he wants for this team and, like, what his goals are really. Like, what are you doing if you're not signing the top talent in your New York team? And after what happened last year, like, you need those top players, because you can't go into next season hoping, again, that the bottom of the lineup produces, because that's just, like, you need to, like, all those players in the bottom of the lineup that's not named Juan Soto, Lindor, Nimmo, you have to find replacements for them, because you can't trust them.
Absolutely, I agree, because if you send McNeil to Mars, now you can be able to free up and Bo Bichette can be able to play second. You got other opportunities. Maybe you give Jet Williams an opportunity. Maybe, who knows, if you send Vientos to Mars, now you can be able to free up a lot of situations, whether you bring in Schwarber, you bring in Bregman, you bring in Belly, you bring in whoever it is, but you give yourself options. Hey, listen, if I have the chance to go sign a Bregman or somebody of that ilk, you can take Beatty too. You know what I mean? Like, if I can trade Vientos and go get Luis Robert, yes, I'm doing that. And everybody's like, oh, Robert no, he's a good defender, and he might need a change of scenery, but this is a guy that hit 38 home runs a couple years ago. This is a guy that's good. So I need sure things. The guys that have had good careers or good success, give me that. Don't give me no damn potential. I don't give a damn about no prospects. I like them. Okay, cool. You have bright futures, but sometimes you gotta package those guys up and go get you some bona fide stars. That's all it is.
Yeah, like, try and win next year, next 2 years.
Yeah.
Get your rings. Okay, now we can kind of produce the guys and
Right.
have them come up and then build out the future.
Yeah, because we realize that, David Stearns has a talent to be able to build the farm system. So that's not a concern for us going forward. We always know that he has an eye for talent that way. But you have to cash in. You got to cash these guys in. My thoughts on Pete Alonso, and I've said this, and I've heard people have stolen my take. You know, even on the radio, they're listening. I want Pete back. I'm sure it's very shocking for you to hear that. I want Pete back. And give him whatever you want to give him. If you want to give him a 6-year deal, give it to him. But he can only take that deal if he agrees to be DH. That's that is it. And there needs to be a hard deadline. Whatever the deadline is, whether they're going to set it at a certain date, or there needs to be a hard deadline. There's too many players out here for them to sit and wait on Pete Alonso to figure it out. So they can say to him, whatever number you want, we are willing to go as close as possible. But you have to be designated hitter. You have to be DH. And on top of that, it has to be a declining scale contract. So you can get your money up front. You can make $40 million next year if you want to. We'll give it to you. But if you're here for 5 years, that contract goes like this. So at the end of it, you still might be viable in regards to being a power hitter. But we now have more roster flexibility to be able to add to this roster without having an albatross of a contract because you're getting older. That's the way they have to do this deal.
I feel like also to him too, like, okay, you're getting your money more than like what you want up front, and then toward the end of your career, like, you still have an opportunity to win because you're allowing the Mets not to have more money available to sign whatever talent is available at that time.
Exactly.
And like, if you're signing back here with the Mets and you have Juan Soto for the next, 14 years, whatever it's going to be, you have to expect you're going to win.
Yeah.
Going to win multiple championships because you have Juan Soto and Lindor too. Like, your mindset is we have to win with these two players. So even with Pete Alonso, it's like, this is your best situation to come back here and to win with the Mets. You're comfortable here. And, things haven't gone the best way, but, like, this is your best opportunity.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I fully agree with that. But they have to, if it's one thing that I'm not a big fan of David Stearns right now, but he will gain a lot of my respect if he plays hardball with Pete. And when I mean by hardball, it's just like, we are willing to give you as close as the deal that you want in regards to years, in regards to AAV. But our only sell here is that you DH. That's it. Mm-hmm. There is no room for you at first base. Mm-hmm. Like, if you want to play 20 games at first base this season because, we need a little bit of roster flexibility, then we're good with 20 games. We're even good with 30 games. Nothing over that.
Mm-hmm. Also keeps, like, his longevity.
Yeah.
Too. Like, he's a big guy. He's getting older. Like, things are bound to kind of start breaking down. So with him diving around the field and whatnot.
Diving around like some 4-year-old kid that just has no idea of what he's doing out there. Like, watching Vlad play first. He's not a great first baseman, but he makes the easy plays. Pete doesn't make those plays. And everybody keeps talking about, oh, well, he's a good scooper. Yeah, he is. There's a lot more to first base than just scooping the ball. Mm-hmm. You have to make the easy plays. You have to be able to turn and fire to home when there's a bang play. You got to be able to fire to second when there's a bang play. You got to be able to have throw a great strike to the pitcher covering first base. You got to be able to have the easy picks at first base when you're on the line. Like, all of these things you have to do. He doesn't do any of these things. So rather than trying to get him to be this player, you know that he won't be. And I always make the comparison of David Ortiz. The Red Sox never wanted to change David Ortiz. They know that he wasn't a great defender. Then don't be. Just be our DH. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We'll get somebody who has a solid glove at first, and we'll figure it out. You are our power guy. You will always be our power guy, and that's where we're going to put you. Mm-hmm. Never had a problem. Mm-hmm. He's a Red Sox legend, and nobody cares about him playing a position or not. Who cares? So Pete needs to do the same thing. If you believe that you're more valuable in this league as a first baseman, then go chase it somewhere else. I don't want that. Mm-hmm. We will never win a World Series, and I'm saying that right now. You can time it, you can quote me, you can timestamp this. We won't win a World Series with Pete Alonso playing first base every day. We just won't.
Mm-hmm. Even think that too, like, how many, like, injuries and miscommunications and errors has he cost the team?
Yeah.
Like, literally, injuries has been on him.
He should be buying Senga dinner every day.
Mm-hmm. So, like, that has to kind of, move on from that. And I remember, like his rookie season, like literally Keith Hernandez was talking about like, oh, like he's gotta practice on that glove, and then we'll see. Like I think he could be able to fix it, but now it's been
7 years,
6-7 years, and it's still an issue. Like I think it's time to kind of move on from that and kind of put him in that DH spot for the next 5, 6, 7 years, whatever they give him, and then that's kind of taken over by Juan Soto.
Yep.
As he gets older, so
I agree. That's the hard line that the Mets have to draw in the sand. Shouts to Pete Alonso and Juan Soto for being Silver Sluggers. It's the first time in Pete's career that he's a Silver Slugger. I think this is the 6th time in Juan's career that he's been a Silver Slugger. So, the thing about this kid hasn't even been in the league that long, and he's already 6-time Silver Slugger is amazing. He's just a great player. And he's top 3 in MVP voting. So it's a good first season. Not too bad. Not too bad for man Soto. That goes to, now we're here for the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
Every week I go around the room and I ask, who is the Dummy of the Week? Silent Assassin, who you got?
I'm going with Julia Fox.
I heard about this. Please go into detail.
Yeah,
my goodness.
I love the girl. I'm a fan. I think she's very talented, very smart, but her Halloween costume, I think, was a bit too much. Putting Jackie Kennedy as the day of the assassination, she's got some stuff on her outfit that just was gone way too far.
Just tasteless.
Yeah. Especially too, like in this climate with all this violence and Halloween's supposed
very
to be
tone
fun.
deaf.
Yeah, be fun, be funny, be something scary, be Michael Myers, be Chucky. But you can't go like that. It's just
dress up like Annabelle. How I do that?
Perfect. Yeah, but that was a lot, and I don't think anyone really agreed with.
Oh no,
what she was
they
wearing.
dragged her.
Yeah. So.
Well deserved too.
Yeah.
She's very talented, but she's very weird.
Yeah.
And she's, she looks so different than when she was with that movie with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I don't.
What the hell happened to her?
Kanye West.
Good point.
Like literally when she stepped out with Kanye West, her whole she's very skinny and I don't know, doesn't look healthy.
No,
healthy skinny. So
combined to what she was very a thick girl with a back. I mean,
she was built.
Yeah.
Solid. So I don't but she looked good, but now she just looks like she's on some type of things. I don't think she is, but that's just the look of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am a fan of her, but didn't really agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Julia Fox, you get the
Dummy, yeah.
that definitely. You gotta hold that. I have mine. We don't need a drum roll. We're just gonna come out and say it. The winner for my Dummy of the Week are the New York Mets.
Dummy, yeah.
The New York Mets get to go ahead and get the Dummy of the Week because what made me upset when I seen this, boiled my blood, Silent Assassin. Frankie Montas opts into his contract, knowing damn well he's not going to play a single game and pitch a single pitch for the Mets this year. He's collecting $18 million free of charge. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, of all the teams to do this to, it's us, right? We literally just gave this dude $35 million for nothing. Everybody knew that it was a bad deal except David Stearns. And on top of that, it'd be one thing if you gave him a deal, 1-year deal, or even a 2-year deal with a team option, because nobody was clamoring for Frankie Montas in the offseason. Mm-hmm. You were kind of negotiating against yourself. Mm. And you gave him a player option. He rips up his damn arm, and he gets to cash in an $18 million on Steve Cohen's dime. If I'm Cohen, I'm taking it out of your salary. Mm. I got to eat $18 million because of you. You giving me some of that.
Yeah, since day one, like there was not one single Met fan that was optimistic.
Not
about
one.
that deal. Like, everyone was like, "What? Like I don't get. Like what did we do?"
Yeah.
Like,
And shouts to Alfred. Alfred told me, he's like, bro, this is a bad move. I was just like, you know what? Yeah, but maybe we can catch lightning in the bottle. You see what we did with the other guys last year? I was even a bit optimistic. Boy, was I wrong. Just dumb. Just you just giving away money. And then on top of that, you want a penny pinch. So it's okay for you to just throw money away at the guys that you like. But you want a penny pinch to say, we can't go get Jose Iglesias. Too much money. Too much money. But yeah, $35 million for $75 million for Sean Mania? Sure. How much money we wasted on those two guys?
I know.
Almost $100 million?
100 million plus I was saying too, like even Winker too, $10 million.
Oh my goodness.
I was saying Drew Smith, they had signed him because he was on injury this year, but they were like, we'll have him for next year when he's recovered. And then they didn't even pick up his option. I'm like, what are you doing? Like I think it was like a $2 million option. Didn't even pick him up.
So I'm trying to tell you,
paid
man.
him last year.
The penny pinching, it's beyond me. It bothers me. This ain't Milwaukee, man.
No.
So, Mets, David Stearns.
Dummy. Yeah.
You get the dummy of the week. No PSA today. You know what? No, I'm lying. The people have spoken. Zoran Mamdani is the new mayor of New York City. And a lot of people are freaking out about it. Oh, New York City's communist. Okay, we'll see. Listen, he may not be able to get everything done. He may not be able to fulfill all of his election promises. But here's the thing. When people are fed up with the broken system and you're seeing millionaires continue to get money, you see billionaires continue to get more money, and the working class and the middle class and the poverty level people continue to get poorer, and wages are not increasing, cost of living is going up, your insurance is going up, people's SNAP is getting taken away. All of these things is because of capitalism. All of the corruption that we see in New York City is based on capitalism. And the people are just saying, you know what? We would rather try something else. And this is not the first time that New York has elected a Democratic Socialist. So why should people be shocked about this? But it's all rhetoric, and we need to realize that history repeats itself. The last time we had a Democratic Socialist, a lot of good things got passed. And if the millionaires and the billionaires don't want to pay an additional 2% worth of tax, then you're literally telling us that you don't care. And when you have older people voting for a piece of garbage like Andrew Cuomo, just because every time they hear that S word, we don't want to be North Korea. We don't want to be China. Okay. Just don't understand. And I don't blame them, because they've had 70, 80 years of brainwash to not realize what the hell's going on. But most of our great programs have been socialistic programs. What do you think Social Security is? That's what people don't realize. You benefit off of people being taxed and putting into this pool so you can have something to even live off of that can be able to help you survive as you continue to get older. What do you think Social Security is? It's a socialistic program. What do you think Medicare is? So when you hear people say, oh, we don't want that, okay, so then give back your Social Security. Give it back. But you won't. So you want the benefits of it, but you always love to put these talking points out because you don't understand it. And this is the thing that bothers me about America, is that I hate to say it, and people shouldn't be offended by it if you don't believe that this is you, but we are the dumbest nation in the world. on planet Earth. We have the dumbest collection of people that live here. They don't do research. Some people don't vote. Some people don't know who their elected officials are. They don't understand civics. They don't even know how many elected officials are in Congress. The total number between the Senate and the House, they don't know. We had a candidate run in the presidential election this year, Jill Stein. They asked her the question and she didn't know. And 20 years ago, that was a disqualifier. It's not anymore. But what we saw, was it yesterday or the day before, is there was a blue wave. There was a referendum on what's happening. People are starting to realize that you need to take hold of your country, take hold of your of legislation, and push this in the right way to be able to get the people what they need. Prop 50 in Los Angeles, in California, that was passed to be able to even the playing ground for what's going on in Texas, for them to be redistricting when you're not supposed to be redistricting right now. You know, you're supposed to wait every 10 years for a census to be able to redistrict. They want to go ahead and do it because Donald Trump told them to do it. And shouts to Gavin Newsom to be able to figure that out. And the young people came out in droves in California to vote Prop 50 in. So people may not like Zoran Mamdani. People may think that, oh, it's not going to work. But I'd rather bank my hope on a Zoran Mamdani than continue the corrupt politics of an Andrew Cuomo and continue to hear the gaslighting from our president, continue to hear the lying from Speaker Mike Johnson, Grinder Boy. Continue to hear all of these people that continue to lie and grift and go on certain shows and try to reinvent themselves, like Marjorie Taylor Greene. We know what she's doing. All of a sudden that she's Miss Clean Up Our Act. Oh, I disagree with the president. Oh, so you don't believe in Jewish space lasers anymore? You don't believe in these dark conspiracy theories? We know why. Because you're trying to run for Senate. You're trying to be a governor. You're trying to clean up your image so you can be able to run for a higher office. We see the grift. And hey, if more people are going to be like you and defect and oppose the president, we're good. But we have our eye on you. We're not just going to say, oh, you're one of us now. You're always who you are. You can stay over there. You can do what you're doing and we'll appreciate it. But we know what you're doing. So there's a new energy. There's a new enthusiasm. There's a new excitement within the Democratic Party. I tell people all the time that people need to start getting on to the progressive movement, because progressive movement is for the people. We want to see, cost of living go down. We want to see wages go up. We want to make sure that your government is working for you, not against you. We want to make sure that there's great infrastructure, that our bus systems are good, that our transportation systems are good, our subway systems are good. All of these things we want to see be given back to the people. Stronger unions, all of these things. That's what we want. And if anybody opposes that, then that means that you don't give a shit about your local man. You don't give a shit about the person that is next to you. You don't give a hell about your neighbor. You only care about yourself. And for the people that support all these capitalistic ideals, you don't have a business. You're not a millionaire or a billionaire. So why even side with them? They don't like you. All they want from you is your money that you spend in the economy every day. You go ahead and you go spend on Amazon. You give Jeff Bezos your money. You give this person your money. You give this person your money. And then when you look, you have $5 to your name. Now you have to make a decision whether you're going to eat tonight. Stop giving them your money. Because if you stop giving them your money, guess what happens to them? Start realizing who has the power, people. It's not the billionaires. It's not the corporations. It's the people. It's always been the people. And the movement that's going on right now within the Democratic Party, within the Progressive Party, is trying to give the power back to the people. Take big corporate donors and big corporate money out of politics. That's the problem. So that's my PSA, is that the blue wave is coming. And it may not just be a blue wave. It might be a tsunami. And I can't wait. Can't wait. So until next week, stay safe, stay cool,